5-0, halfway through the season, best record in the Alliance. But where do you feel the team could improve heading into the second half?
Well, I think we're all smart enough to know we could have lost a couple of those games of the first 5. So we're really not talking about what our record is. We're trying to improve from week to week, and if we can do that, we'll have a chance. We'll have a chance to win the Alliance if we can do that. If not, then we'll falter. So our team, I believe, is ready to try to play a little bit better than we did last week. And that's really our goal through the entire season and hopefully into the playoffs.
Faced statistically the best defense in the Alliance in Birmingham this past week, but able to put up over 400 yards of total offense against them and 31 points. What was
it was closer to
well?
500. But, our running backs, Davion Smith had an excellent game, and Dearness Johnson had a beautiful game. Those are 2 outstanding running backs, and they break tackles and hit the open holes and run through people and so forth. So that's helpful. And then, of course, Garrett had another outstanding day, no picks. I don't think we had any sacks. The offense had no turnovers again. So you run the ball 32 or 3 times and throw it 32, 33, you have a good balance that you hope for, and it's worked out that way really the last 2 games. But again, anything can happen. If Birmingham makes their 2-point play, they're within 7 with 7-8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. So it was a dogfight there till we put that last drive on and made the 2-point conversion to go up by 17. It was a close game before that.
Your kicker Elliot Fry is 10 for 10, hasn't missed yet this season. What more can you say about him? I mean, he's just been.
Elliot is a player that actually belonged to Birmingham. Some people say, how did you get him? And when I got the job here, Tim Ruskell, our general manager, we were talking about kickers, and I said, well, I'd like to get Elliot Fry. Well, he belongs to Birmingham. Well, so Elliot's agent called Birmingham and said, no, we've already got a guy, so we'll work out a trade with you guys. And so we traded maybe a player that was allocated to us for the rights to get Elliot. And I'd seen Elliot kick. He's the all-time leading scorer in South Carolina history. He just doesn't miss much at all. I guess sometimes in tryouts he's not overly impressive, whereas maybe some other guys can kick it harder and longer at times. But Elliot is extremely accurate, as we all know. So we're fortunate enough to get him here. And a thing that some people say, well, how come he's not in the NFL? How come this guy's not in the NFL? Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Assistant coaches, when they make their final cuts, they don't always keep the best guys. I mean, they hope to, they try to, but we all make mistakes. Gosh, I've had teams, I didn't know who the best running back was until the season started, and we started playing in the real games, and then you find out who your best players are. So anyway, this is what the Alliance is all about. It's an opportunity for these players to show the NFL, hey, I can play this game, and they're deserving of another shot in the NFL.
Over these first 5 games, we've had some challenges in punt returns. 2 of our 3 turnovers this season are on punt returns. What do you think the team can do to improve?
The best thing we can do is quit dropping the ball. Yeah, Dearness started to catch it, and then he started, I can't get it, and he tried to back away, and the ball bounced right into him. And then we couldn't recover it. We had our hands on it, 1 or 2 guys, and we got to do our fumble recovery drill. We've slacked away from doing that, so that was a reminder we need to do that. But Dearness is very reliable back there. That was his first one. And then, of course, we had one the first game, and then we put Willie back there, and he let one go between his legs. I've never seen that one before, but I did see that one in Salt Lake City when we had the snow game.
Apollo's defense, number 2 now in the Alliance in total yards.
Okay.
They've had some, nice aggressive hits, played well in good spots. Will Hill got flagged for unnecessary roughness. How do you talk to the team about still being aggressive on defense but playing within the rules?
I don't think there's anything you can do about Will Hill just tackled the guy hard right after he sort of caught it. And it was a very questionable call, so you don't say anything about that. Just keep playing football. But we had 3 holding penalties last week. Hopefully we can get rid of those, and some some defensive penalties here, there, and the other. We dropped 3 interceptions. So defensively, we could have done a lot better. And our pass rush, we just kept running right past the quarterback. He'd step up and stand in there for 2 or 3 seconds, it seemed like. And we're a better pass rush team than that. So there's a lot of areas we can play better offensively, defensively, and certainly special teams.
Arizona's coming in this week. Rick Neuheisel, their coach, is an old friend of yours. You've mentioned in the past he had a role in you joining the Alliance, right?
Well, he didn't have a role in it. He called me to see if I was interested, and I said, yeah, tell those guys to call me. So, they'd asked him to call first, I guess. So he was the first I'd ever heard of the Alliance of American Football, Spring Football League, and when I learned that they were going to offer me the Orlando job, I said, I'll take it, I'm in. And they didn't have to negotiate money or anything. It's sort of like the first job I ever took with the Bandits. I didn't know what I was making until after the press conference. I'd already accepted the job. I said, by the way, what are you paying me? It wasn't very much, but that's what he was paying me. So, no, I've never been big on trying to out-negotiate for a job. I'd rather just get one and let it work its way out.
Arizona has the number 2 offense in the Alliance behind the Apollos. What do we need to do to stop Arizona's offense?
Yeah, Arizona's been very good offensively. They've had some turnovers, which they had in the game last week. That really hurt them. They had a pick 6 early. We got to play well. Our defensive guys got to play their assignments, got to get some pass rush, and they move the ball. And they're probably going to move the ball a bit, and we're going to move it. And hopefully we're going to score touchdowns instead of kicking field goals. That's an area we need to improve on.
We're halfway through the Alliance season as a whole. What do you think about the level of play in the Alliance and how it's improved from week to week as we go?
I think the level of play is very good. And what sticks out to me is how the players really play with effort. They're really trying to impress someone. And everybody likes their teammates, it seems like, and they want to try to advance to the NFL, which is fine. But they also are team-oriented guys. And I think talent-wise, there's not a huge difference. We've been fortunate to win because we're playing with no turnovers virtually, and our quarterback play and our running back and defense. We've all contributed to our success. So we just got to worry about ourselves and our team trying to improve as we go through the rest of the year. But I think the talent level is pretty even across all 8 teams.
Akeem Hunt, Terrence Parks were out of this past game with injuries. What can you tell us about them?
Well, Akeem will be back. He'll be back. He had a twisted foot or something during practice and didn't practice a couple of days. So Ryan Green was able to get a carry and play a little bit in the game. But Akeem should be back this week. Those other 2 guys are playing very well, Davion and Dearness. So they're right now our top 2 guys. But Akeem came in and made some nice runs at Salt Lake. So David Reeves, running back coach, puts them all in there, and they've all done the job. So we'll see how it plays out this week.
Okay. Thanks, Coach.
Okay, Tom.